Hi guys, it's Sonia, Snowy White 79, sitting here with my new best friend. Um, I've had a couple of gentle nudges that I haven't posted lately. I did post my weigh-in, but yeah, I haven't posted any of my ramblings lately. It's been interesting. I haven't really had any major complications. They moved me to soft foods when I went to the doctor. Not soft foods, purees, and I'm transitioning into regular food now, starting, of course, with the softer foods, green beans, deli meats. So I'm not eating or drinking enough, and I got in trouble for that. I actually almost ended up back in the hospital for fluids. Turns out 64 ounces of fluids a day is not satisfactory for my body, so they changed it that I need 64 ounces of water a day, and let's have some of that now. And then a protein shake on top of that. Turns out that isn't enough for my body. So currently I'm supposed to get in 80 ounces of water a day plus 16 ounces of Gatorade 2 for some electrolytes. That means I have no time to eat. So over the weekend I kind of balanced it, and I did 64 ounces of water and 16 ounces of the Gatorade and 1 2-ounce meal a day, because I'm also supposed to be eating 2 ounces 3 times a day. Consuming that much fluid, I also haven't really been getting in a complete protein shake. My energy is really low because I'm not eating, but I am finally staying hydrated enough that I won't have to go to the hospital and I'm not passing out anymore. My husband yesterday just kept feeding me, so I did, and he did that Saturday as well. So I did have some energy because I was eating more. My fluids were lower though. So I'm still trying to find my balance. My doctor told me he would clear me to go back to work after 4 weeks being out. I think that means this is my last week. They've cleared me for 6 weeks, and he said if I need it, that's fine. But I don't think I'm in any position to go back to work yet. We went yesterday for a fall leaf drive. Usually we go over to the Mississippi and drive the river roads because it's just gorgeous. But there's definitely no way I'm up to that this year, so we just drove around locally. We found some really pretty views. If you're on my Facebook, you'll see some of the pictures. The pictures aren't the best because I used my iPod. Can't find the charger cord for my camera. But I drove. I've been driving not quite a week now. The first few trips were interesting. I drove to the locations but couldn't drive home because I was so tired. And then yesterday I drove for about an hour and we walked down by the river here, and on the way back we're like, oh, we need a couple groceries, we'll go to the grocery store. Well, the last time I went to the grocery store I just gave in and used the little motorized cart, and yesterday I was like, no, I'm gonna push the cart. So we got the smallest cart they have, so one, it couldn't get too heavy, and two, it just wasn't too wieldy. And I limped my way around the store. But by the time we were finished, I was so tired I could barely stand. My stomach hurt so bad I had to put an ice pack on it. And I took some Ativan, and I had to take some Hycosamine because my pouch was spasming. So I definitely overdid it. But again, I gotta push myself a little or I'm never gonna get any better. So far today, I've only been up for an hour and a half. I was going to try to adjust my schedule to my husband's for the duration of my recovery. That hasn't happened, so I'm still up till 2 or 3 in the morning and then sleeping till, 11 or noon, which is my work schedule. So I think at this point, I'm 3 weeks in, I'm not going to try to adjust it. I am still sleeping on the couch because laying flat is still sore and tender. My doctor was a little surprised by that. However, I was on the Lovenox for 14 days from discharge, so 17 days total, because they gave them to me in the hospital as well. And he said that being on the Lovenox explains the tenderness, because it made my nose bleed. It turned, a lot. I had in the whites of my eyes, I had some blood spots occasionally. They went away pretty fast. But the exterior of my stomach was so bruised. It's still so bruised. But he said that explains the tenderness, because everywhere they touch bruises. And then on top of that, with the Lovenox, with the incision, he said it would have weeped longer, so it would have, oozed blood longer, because my blood was so thin. And he said that blood would bruise my insides as well. So he said if I'm still so sore, 2 weeks out, once my exterior bruises are healed, if I'm still this sore, then I need to come back in sooner than my next appointment, which isn't until November. But, I'm doing more, so I think that means I'm less tender. Our dog is a little 7-pound Yorkie, not quite 7 pounds. He's able to sit on my stomach now like he likes without a lot of tenderness, so it's getting better. I don't think I'll have to go back in early. When I did go in, he asked me lots of questions about how I feel when I drink or eat, because I wasn't getting in a lot. And we don't think I have a stricture or anything. It's just adjusting to the new small stomach. Now, I am a lot more able. I can drink a lot more water at a time than when I first, started. I can take what I consider a regular sip now, and it doesn't. Sometimes I can take 2 or 3 of those back to back, and it does if I haven't eaten within, an hour. I can get in a lot less, that 30 minutes after I've eaten, probably up to about an hour and a half after I've eaten. I'm eating 1/4 cup, which is 2 ounces. I've been eating ground beef, goes down really well. I've been mixing that with refried beans and a little cheese and a little sour cream, and having 1/4 cup total of that. Tuna fish goes down really well for me. I've been having 1/4 cup of that. Cheeses are going down fine. I'm trying not to eat too much cheese because of the high fat content. I'm also trying, because of, mobile bowel issues. I haven't had an issue this week with that. I don't know if I've been taking the fiber gummies consistently enough that it's not a big deal, but I haven't had to take any milk of magnesia in a week now. The last time I took it was a week ago today. I haven't tried another scrambled egg because I was just so disappointed that I couldn't finish one scrambled egg. I have been having boiled eggs diced up in the tuna, or just egg salad. I've been eating soups. So it's about the only way I've been getting any vegetables in. The only thing I really had an issue with was my husband made me up a potato soup and added some, I told him we need to get some Fage so that I could add that and make a little more protein in it. But I could only eat like 1/8 of a cup of that. I don't know the potatoes were just really filling, even though they were mush. So that wasn't worth having again, and it was pretty high carb, low protein, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. I have discovered that Nestle has mini chocolate chip cookies on the Break and Bake, and I know those Break and Bakes are like the worst for you because the preservatives and stuff, but one cookie is 50 calories, and that's all I can eat anyway. So I had cookies twice. I don't feel bad about it. I did this particular surgery so that I could continue to eat things I enjoy. It's not like I'm living off the cookies. I used to. I would have had like, I don't know, since they're so tiny, probably about a dozen of them. So one is not a bad thing, and it completely satiated my desire for any chocolate. It's the beginning of the month, so I did measurements. The biggest losses were I'm losing my boobs already, which is kind of depressing. 3 inches there below my breasts was 3.5 inches, 3.5 inches off my waist from last month. That makes my waist 6.5 inches smaller than when I first took measurements. I lost 2 inches off my hips this month, so they're down 3 inches. There was one other one that was significant. My left arm on my bat wing, I lost 2.25 inches there. I had a total loss of, let's see, about 25 inches from last month. But now I measure, what is it I measure? I measure like 25 things. My head, my shoulders, right wrist, right forearm, right lower bicep, right upper bicep. Same thing on the left side. I measure. If you can think to measure it, I measure it. I did lose another inch off my neck, so it's down to 14 inches now. My clothes are looser, but I don't think I'm ready to go down in size. Let's see. I think that about covers it. I've really just been laying around watching Netflix. I'm watching The Vampire Diaries, and I'm watching with my daughter Once Upon a Time. She really enjoys that. I'm really glad I took this semester off from school, but I'm not glad because my student loan payments are starting to be due. Let's see, and I have no money because I'm out of work. My check this week was a big whopping $60, and I filled my car up, and that was $68. So there, we're definitely going to be tighter budget around here for a while. My daughter is having serious concerns about that. Because normally if she wants it, she ends up getting it, and, within reason, and she's adjusting, and it's difficult. It's difficult for me. I want to go shopping and get her these things, and I can't. Oh, I am already having like serious loose skin issues. My thighs, my upper thighs, let's see, what's my total there? It's only down like 2 or 3 inches, but I can grab so much more of it and just jiggle it. It's gross. I'm not cleared to work out yet. I can walk and I can do stairs. So if I don't do the stairs to our basement, then I go for a walk outside or around the house, or like yesterday, killed myself at the grocery store. And at the river. I think if I'd only done one of those walks, I'd have been okay yesterday. But at that point in the day, I'd had, I don't know, 50 calories. So, yeah, I didn't have enough fuel for everything I tried. Let's see. I know I should make these more often. My motivation's been very and I think that's just because my energy level's been very So, yeah, I'm rambling for 15 minutes now. I'll shut up and I'll try to make them more often so you can get my ramblings in smaller doses. And hopefully this loads. And I love you guys. I am still listening. I can't listen and I'm not listening and watching as much as I am when I'm at work. Um just because I just can't sit here and watch straight videos. I need to be doing something while I'm listening, watching, and that's harder to do with being at home with my daughter all day. So, thanks for your posts. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your nudges. Thanks for your love. I love you guys. You're awesome. If I've missed something significant, please let me know. I am consistently running about 3 days behind, and I'm missing a lot because they get dropped off my IQ. I watch from my iPod, and it only goes to backs up 100. So when it gets more than that, it just bumps it off into yours, and I haven't. I usually don't go into individual pages until I'm all caught up, and I don't think I'll get all caught up till I'm back at work. So, anyway, guys, have a great day. It's a Monday. Bye.